Have you been researching robotic exoskeleton walkers for your child with cerebral palsy? Hi there, it's Neesha from Sydney Kids Physio. In today's video, I'm jumping in to share with you 5 factors to consider if you're thinking about robotic exoskeleton walkers for your child with cerebral palsy. So the first factor to consider is your child's age. Right now, robotic exoskeletons are not designed for really little toddlers. Here at Sydney Kids Physio, we see little ones as young as 3 months old, and we help them learn to walk, and often the goal is to get them walking by 18 months old, even though they have cerebral palsy. So that would be typically developing milestone for children, and we aim to try and do that with our little ones. It does depend on their severity of their cerebral palsy, but we certainly aim for that, because if they come to us at 3 months old, there's so much neuroplasticity that can happen in their brains. So we don't actually even need robotic exoskeleton walkers if we're starting really early with early intervention. 2, we need to consider the amount of function in your child's muscles and joints. So we're looking at spasticity, how much of their in their arms and legs that could be limiting their movement. And we would be looking at joint range of motion. Is there any muscle contractures? Is it stopping them from being able to move their foot, their knees, their hips? And if those things are existing with robotic exoskeleton, it doesn't solve those issues. They need to be addressed specifically. And here at Sydney Kids Physio, we would use radio shockwave therapy, we use serial casting, we would be helping our little ones manage their spasticity, help them improve their joint range of motion. The third factor to consider is there any past history? So if your child has had muscle releases, then that means that their muscles are unfortunately weaker, and that weakness persists. So robotic exoskeletons don't per se replace those muscle shortening or weakness because it's been cut. We also need to consider joint surgery. Has your child had surgery to their hips or their ankles? Does it limit the range of motion? So even exoskeletons would have to adapt to the limited range of motion they have because of surgery to their joints and tendons in their foot, knee, or hips. The fourth factor to consider is the cost. Robotic exoskeleton walkers are really expensive, and currently NDIs will not fund it because it's not seen as value for money. And so unless you're doing it intensively, it's probably not going to bring that much long-term benefit. So if you're trying out a robotic walker once a month or once every 3 months, it's probably not going to impact your child's development and gross motor skills down the road. Number 5, consider that here at Sydney Kids Physio, we're able to help little ones with cerebral palsy level 5 learn to walk independently without aids, with early intervention, and without robotic exoskeleton walkers. So that's food for thought. There is many options and possibilities to help your child achieve their best potential, and frankly, it doesn't have to involve expensive robotic exoskeleton walkers. If you would like to speak to one of our team here and find out how we can help your child with cerebral palsy achieve independent walking, reach out to Sydney Kids Physio. Until next time, have a great day. Bye.